Let's take the My Kitchen working file and have a look at how we can actually create our own Gantt chart view. So we know that a number of views come built in, and under Gantt chart and view here, we can choose the detail Gantt, any of the other options here for resources, task usage, or we could go to more views and see that there is a tracking Gantt, a leveling Gantt, or in fact the detail Gantt. Perhaps none of these meet your actual needs, and you'd like to create your own Gantt chart. Well, you could customize the view you have in front of you. We can make changes to the today line, the view, the boxes, etc. But if you do that, that affects the Gantt chart. And it might be that at some point you want to go back to the original default settings. So instead of customizing what effectively is the Gantt chart view, we create our own view. Now, the simplest way to do that is to actually create a copy of this one first. Let's go to View, Other Views, More Views. There's our Gantt chart. We can take a copy by clicking Copy. Name of your Gantt chart, well, rather than copy of Gantt chart, Guy's Gantt chart. What table would you like to use? And you've got a choice of all the tables. Well, let's keep it for the entry for the moment. Do you want any grouping at all? No, we'll leave no grouping. And do we want all the tasks? And then show in menu so that it's available as a quick choice. That's fine. Okay. So now we've got Guy's Gantt chart view. Apply. This is now Guy's Gantt chart view. On the drop list here, I can see it's Guy's Gantt chart view, but I could go back to the Gantt chart anytime or come back to Guy's Gantt chart view. Now at the moment, Guy's Gantt chart view is exactly the same as the Gantt chart, but now I'm free to express myself. So on this side here, I perhaps would want to color the bars in. So let's right click, format the bar. What color shall we have the bar? Let's have this one as an orange color. Okay. You see that just affects that particular bar, but that's good. I can color them all in different colors. Format the bar. Let's have a purple one. If I want to format part of this screen, then I can right click and grid lines. Now we have seen this already. Current date, solid green. Make that a red. And we'll have the project start. That's currently dotted. Let's make that solid and dark green. Gantt rows. Let's go for a light green. Solid. Okay. So you can see there it does look a lot different now. We've got a solid green line at the start of the project, and we've got these horizontal green lines for each task, which I quite like because it means I can see where one task and the next starts. So I can follow these lines across to the actual task involved. So that's a little bit of customization. At any stage, I can then go back to the Gantt chart, which retains all its normal settings, but then I can come back to mine, Guy's Gantt chart, and see that it retains its settings as well. So I've not changed the data, and the underlying data is still the same. If a task gets delayed, it gets delayed in both of these views. It's just another view of the data that I can customize. Now that I've got my own Gantt chart, I can even go to the organizer that we've already seen, look under the views, find Guy's Gantt chart in here, there it is, and I could copy Guy's Gantt chart into the global template where it's already been placed so that it's available to all new projects. If I close that, let's go new project, please. Gantt chart view, Guy's Gantt chart, already available. So if I were to add a task in here, then it appears on the right there already as a task with my green start date. If I add a second task, should get my horizontal green lines between the tasks. Now you can see that it doesn't quite get those green lines. Now the reason for that, I think, is that I don't actually have the latest copy of Guy's Gantt chart. So let's go to the organizer. This is the project I'm in, project 2. In the project My Kitchen is Guy's Gantt chart. Let's see what happens if I copy that across into project 2. And it says I can't because it's in use. So you've got to be a little bit careful when you're copying these views around that you're not actually using them. Let's just choose the Gantt chart for the moment. We'll go back to organizer. I want to copy from My Kitchen to project 2, Guy's Gantt chart. Copy, replace, yes, close. Then change the view back to Guy's Gantt chart, and we see we get the horizontal green lines between the tasks. So although the initial Gantt chart was copied over to the organizer for the template, it was copied very early in its stage of life. So we've got to be very careful in the organizer that even though you might see it in the global, you don't know when it was copied over. So if your working file, so my view here, guys, Gantt chart has had some alterations to it, it's certainly worth copying that back over. So I copy that again to the global. Yes, the global template now has the latest copy of Guy's Gantt chart and is available to all future projects. That's project 2. We don't want that anymore. It was just approved, so that's a no. And there's my original My Kitchen. So there are a lot of customizations you can do to make the view your own. Most of it is around the right click. We can change the grid lines, the bar styles, the layout, non-working time, and even progress lines. It will even remember the initial zoom when you open up that particular view. So all those things are saved with the view. Once you save the file, the view changes are saved. And then if you copy that view again into the global, you've got to remember that any changes you make, you're not making them to the global template, you're making them, in this case, to My Kitchen. So if the view has changed slightly, it would need recopying into the global template so that when you use it in future projects, it's got all the changes in place.